Like multiple sectors in India, civil aviation is seeing new opportunities and new growth. When we talk about infrastructure in India, as Arun Puri just said, it's changing at a massive, fast pace that has never been envisioned before. But infrastructure has been the bedrock of India's growth, not today, but over the last 1,000 years. How so? The first armada, if you will, or sea transport system was brought in place by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj almost 500, 600 years ago. On the infrastructure side, you look at the GT road that was built in India. The civil aviation sector, we've got Chandrasekharan sitting here. Air India is a pioneering airline of the private sector, started its service not post-independence, but pre-independence, where it connected not only the big cities that we talk about. In those days, it used to be Bombay, Delhi, and Kolkata, because Kolkata was the center of trade and commerce, but it also connected cities in the heartland of India, like Indore. It connected Gwalior in those days. I'm talking about 1942. So infrastructure has been the bedrock of India's progress. But in the last 9 years, the tectonic transformation, the tectonic shift that we have seen, 75,000 kilometers of highway in 2013-14, 150,000 kilometers of highway today, doubling that amount in a period of 9 years. If you look at the naval side in terms of transportation or otherwise in the port sector, and civil aviation as well. We had 74 airports that were built in 2013-14. In 9 years today, we've doubled that number to 148, including heliports and other infrastructure. So if you look at the growth rate of civil aviation or other infrastructure in India, it's been explosive and dynamic. And let me tell you, Rahul, we're not going to stop here. We've built 148 airports, heliports, and waterdromes, 74 in the last 9 years. And we're going to take this number above 200 in the next 4 to 5 years. That's the scorching pace of growth that we're going to look at. On the passenger side, we had 60 million passengers on the domestic side in 2013-14. We have 144 million passengers as on date. If you combine domestic passengers with international passengers, we're looking at a total of 200 million in this country. I'm looking at a forecast of close to about this 200 million number doubling to 400 million in the next 5 years. That's the kind of exposure and the growth that this sector is going to undergo. Another data point for you, the number of people traveling today on by first air condition and second air condition by train, which is our nearest, I don't want to use the word competitor, but our nearest Sehbagi, if I may say that, is close to about 185 million. Civil aviation is at 144 million. But the CAGR of railways is 5.6%. Civil aviation CAGR is 10.3%. And on your show tonight, let me commit that within the next decade, we will be ahead of the railways in terms of transportation for a first AC and second AC comparatively in the area of civil aviation.